Alright, so I figured I'd do a quick video of this while I put this together. I am building a small hoop house to go over this bed. Eventually I think I will have it on each bed, but right now we're just doing this one. So I'll show you how it goes. Alright, so the first arch is in. I always recommend doing one step of something before you do all the steps, because then you see all the mistakes that you make the first time and you don't repeat them. And this time we did really well. What I did is I used these little metal fasteners to fuse these PVC pipes on here, and I did that on both sides. And then up the top here I used a 45-degree connector to make it so that I get a really nice arch in the cover. Now I know a lot of people just bend them straight and do a bend all the way, but we get a lot of snow up here, and so I thought this might actually work a little bit better for me to really keep the snow from caving in everything. Alright, so it has only been about a half an hour, 45 minutes, and this has been a very easy job to get done. I got those all cut, then I fastened them all on, and now I've just got to put all of those final top pieces together, and we're done. Just a review for you, I used 1/2-inch PVC, a 45-degree angle, and then these little connectors are these little metal fasteners that I believe were 3/4 inch, because the outer diameter of the 1/2-inch PVC is pretty close to that. So I didn't actually measure it, I just shoved it together at the store. Alright, so the poles are all in, everything's connected up. We've got a nice high Gothic arch. Those pieces of PVC, by the way, are each 5 inches long. 5 feet long. That's how big I cut them. The side of the raised bed is about 18 inches. So I know they're a little bit tall, but you know, I really like that slope for keeping snow off of them in the winter. So that's why I went with this more Gothic arch style of I have to laugh, of hoop house. So tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and get some plastic and design a way for that to be easily lifted. The one thing that I always kind of critique people on with their little hoop houses is it looks like it's a pain to get in and out of them. And that's what I'm going to try to see if I can really figure out a way to make it really easy to do. So I'll post this all up together, so for you it'll seem like just a second, but I'm actually going to do it in the morning. But this was a totally easy job. I can't tell you guys enough. If you're going to do any kind of greens or even starting things earlier in the season, this is totally an easy way to do it. So I'm excited. We'll see what we can do here. Okay, so I forgot to start filming this, but this is my 10-foot tarp. Well, not tarp, it is clear poly 4mm. And I've got two 12-foot boards on either end, and I've stapled that to them. I put 5 feet of extra on each end because that's the height of my little hoop house, and I want to be able to have the end be totally covered. And I'm going to put another piece of wood onto the sides here, which is going to sandwich the plastic in between. But right now I just got it labeled in, staple them in. All the way down. Alright, so here we are all completed. I wrapped the wood around the plastic once, and then with the plastic around the wood once, and then I sealed it together with these two boards, one on either side. And that worked really nicely. Just like this. So there's a piece here, and there's a piece underneath. And hopefully that's going to make it so this plastic is going to last for a while and do a really good job. Alright, so the little mini hoop house is up. I've got those wood boards are holding everything down. I'm going to find a way to seal them, like kind of attach them to the frame. Right now I've got the ends are actually folded up, because otherwise I'm going to cook everything in there today. But you can see everything's happy and healthy inside. Looking great. And this setup, it's going to allow me to hopefully access everything really easily. That's the goal, is to be able to just lift up the piece of wood and then be able to get in there really easily throughout the season. Alright, so with much ado, here is the final product. I have actually went and bought a couple more plants from our local garden center. They had some things that were fall veggies that I managed to snap up. Also, a little aside, now is the absolute best time at the end of fall to buy your perennials that nobody else wants. I got these strawberries for 79 cents each, and they're going everywhere, which is beautiful. All of those little runners can turn into another plant. So I bought about 8 plants, and those will potentially turn into about, with all the runners, they could be 10 or 15 really fast. So, sorry, back to this. So here's the final structure here, and because I've got the wood, I've got this side lifted up right now, and I've got this piece down here just down so that you can see it. But what is really nice about it is I can just roll that wood up. I know it got a little dirty, we've been raining a lot. You can roll that wood right up and then seal it with these clips right up here, and bada boom bada bing, easy access as soon as I'm ready to put it down, which I will do this weekend because we're supposed to have some 30-degree nights. Then I can just flip it down, use those clamps on the edges where I roll up those, roll the sides together close to the bed, and then it'll be all done. So I thought, I've seen a lot of people build these, but not many people have shown how they hold it open to access it, and it looks like a lot of people just kind of crawl under there. But I thought with this wood there, it keeps it down really nicely, it doesn't tear my plastic, and it makes it so that I can open it up and vent it really nicely. So it's a first generation, but we'll see how it goes. Little plants I think are going to be happy in here. We got some kale, that's what I just bought. The lettuces are looking good. Some of the arugula is coming up. By far the big winner is the bok choy. That is going like gangbusters. And then I got some chard that go in here. The turnips are going. And then the kohlrabi's actually doing pretty good. This Brussels sprout I actually transplanted from the front of our house. It was not in a place that had a ton of light. But it kind of dragged along all year. And now it's starting to make little Brussels sprouts. So I figured I'd dig it up and put it back here. And then I got another kale over here to kind of fill this in a little bit more. Turnips are still doing great. They're still bulking up, and we're gonna give this a go. See how long we can keep this garden going. Wow, there's some turnips I really need to pull up soon. Those are looking really good. So, happy gardening, everyone. I hope this video is helpful. Do a fall-winter garden. It is super fun to be able to get greens, I'm thinking, in the winter. That's what I'm hoping I can do. This is my experiment, but I've seen other people do it. Oh, last but not least, I stuck our cilantro in here. We use a lot of cilantro, and someone told me that it's cold hardy. So we'll see how long we can keep picking cilantro. And here it is with both sides up. Kind of slick, It's not perfect by any means, but I think it's pretty handy, an easy way to deal with this. So, alright, that's it, people. Happy fall cleanup. Enjoy your gardening.